Hey guys and gals, it's ChrissCross here, I hope you are well, and today I'm going to be bringing you the patch notes for League of Legends patch 7.15. First off, I'm going to run through the champion changes, so let's get started. Akali has been buffed with a cooldown reduction on her Twilight Shroud. Azir soldiers have been given a late game damage buff. Cho'Gath's Vorpal Spikes has taken a damage nerf this patch. Mundo's Masochism has been given a new magic resist effect. Echo's Phase Dive has been granted a cooldown reduction buff. Elise's base damage has had a slight nerf this patch. Mystic Shot for Ezreal has its cooldown reduced at earlier levels. Gangplank's passive has had a damage increase. A couple of nerfs on the Gragas as his base attack speed has been decreased slightly and his explosive cask has a higher cooldown at earlier levels. Aurelia's Transcendent Blades has received a cooldown decrease at earlier levels. Jinx can zap you more often with a cooldown reduction on her W. Kane's AD ratios on Umbral Trespass has been buffed. A base stats buff for Lissandra coming this patch for her base AD and mana per level. A couple of buffs for Lux, her Light Binding now has reduced cooldown, and Prismatic Barrier has a buffed effect where it is twice as strong on its way back if it hits an ally on its way out. Nami can throw out those Aqua Prisons more frequently with the cooldown reduction. Spirit Fire for Nasus now grants less % armor reduction, but while Fury of the Sands is active, has a 50% cooldown reduction on his Q. Nautilus receiving a couple of buffs this patch with a damage increase on his Dredge line at earlier levels and a cooldown reduction on his ultimate. The base armor on Shyvana has been very slightly buffed and has new damage effects on her Flame Breath. Siva's base damage on her Boomerang Blade has been buffed by quite a bit. Very minor change for Twisted Fate as he gets a very slight base movement speed increase. The slow on Xerath's Eye of Destruction Outer Circle has been buffed, as has the base damage on his Rite of the Arcane. Zaka has received a couple of nerfs this patch with a cost increase on Stretching Strikes and a damage reduction on Unstable Matter. And finally, Ziggs's Satchel Charge has been buffed with a cooldown reduction. With patch 7.15 comes 3 item changes, an Adaptive Helm buff, a Knight's Vow nerf, and changes to Duskblade. Of course, with patches also comes the release of new skins, and this patch is going to be bringing us new Omega Squad skins for Fizz, Tristana, Twitch, and Veigar, as well as a selection of chromas for each of those, and of course some for Teemo, as that's where it all started. With patch 7.15 comes the long-awaited Urgot rework. I haven't put much together because there was already so much gameplay footage from the PvE, but I thought he at least deserved a mention. That's it for the patch notes this week. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you in the next patch.